champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 23-yard line.
RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will start with an option going left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And down inside the 15 he goes. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
At the 3-yard line.
Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Titans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Griffin. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. On the option, here's Griffin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting and part of this game? Head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 20.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A first down carry for Henry. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On the option, here's Eckler. And he stopped immediately there.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griffin. It's complete to Brown, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Fighting for the pylon, but he will not get there. They mark him short of the goal line. The big back, Derrick Henry, held out of the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
40-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Derrick Henry all alone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could... set him back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he fires one incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 22-yard line.
Griffin going to keep it himself. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2nd and 7. At the 36.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 16.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14. 1st down, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
The extra point.
He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Sutton now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Sutton on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
5 brings up 3rd and 1.
Once more, here's Ekeler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Tannehill, a quick throw into the hands of Davis. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Griffin. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now Griffin on 1st down. That's taken in by Duvernay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From midfield now, here's Griffin. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Open man is Duvernay. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Griffin. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Once again, Griffin. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Ravens 25. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down, Griffin. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout.
Brings up third.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the screen, this is Eckler. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now it's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Griffin. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Griffin to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd and 2, now Griffin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. A nice pickup of 6, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. 5-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And